Hey guys, PokeBeach here, and just a quick video today because I just wanted to air my thoughts for you about the news we had yesterday, and eBay launching its mandatory card authentication service for Pokemon and other TCGs. You can see there on the headline. Thanks PokeBeach for the article there, and yeah, I mean this has sort of been glossed over a little bit. I know it's new, but personally, you may be different. I haven't seen that many people say too much about it, aside from for cards of this value, you should know whether they're real or fake or not, and it's a good thing. Now, I'm not disputing any of those points. They're good points, but there's a lot of branches to this. So I'm going to go over what I think it could lead to down the line, not immediately. I don't even think this is launched yet, but it could actually end up causing rather significant issues down the line, especially for people not in the US. Obviously, I'm UK based, so my focus is on that mainly, and I might end up going down a bit of a rabbit hole, but hopefully not. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments as well. So we'll just get into it. If you're not aware of what's going on, it only came out yesterday. I'll read through the article and go over what I think it means for, well, more the long term future. So here we go. Yesterday, eBay has announced a mandatory new authentication service for all ungraded trading cards sold on its platform. Service launches today in the US. Oh, so it is live. So yeah, went live yesterday. Obviously, this is for ungraded, so it doesn't count if your card's already been slabbed up by PSA, CGC, BGS, or whoever. I'm not sure if, say, I know it's only in America at the minute, and this is going to be a bigger issue. Are they only going to have certified ones? So if it's not done by the big three, is it classed as graded? This is what I mean. Obviously, it's only new, but there are some unanswered questions and other things that could cause a problem. But we'll carry on now. I'll get into that anyway. Going off on a tangent. So when a buyer purchases a single ungraded card for over 750 US dollars, the seller will be required to ship it to eBay's authentication partners. This includes known grading companies like CGC. Now, I had a quick read of this article that PokeBeach have basically pulled it from. I'll just open it up in a new tab here, PR Newswire. And it does not mention any others. So that gives the indication that they may send it to, say, PSA or Beckett. The PR Newswire article only mentions CGC. So whether they've got a contract with eBay, possibly. PSA is still way behind. Beckett aren't faring much better. I do believe there's delays with CGC, but out of the three, I think they're the quickest at the minute. So maybe they're only ones with capacity to actually handle this, because it's a big ass job. So these third-party companies will check if the cards are authentic and ensure it matches the condition in the listing. They are not grading the card, so basically you just send it to them and they check. They check it's real. That's it. Once the card is authenticated, they will put it in a special packaging along with a tamper-proof sticker and a QR code that links to its authentication history. The card will then be shipped to the buyer in discreet packaging and require a signature upon delivery. According to CGC, cards will arrive to buyers 7 to 10 days after the purchase is made. I'm going to come back to that. So these are just some images of what it's going to look like. If the card's condition or any other aspect of the card does not match the listing, the buyer will be refunded and the card will be returned to the seller. So they're just basically, it's taking out the hassle that a lot of people have afterwards, or some people have afterwards. They've bought a card and it doesn't match or whatever. If the buyer ultimately returns the card will be shipped back to the authenticators so they can verify it's the same item that was sold, so they can't steal your authentic card and give you a fake or a different one. It will then be shipped back to the seller. Seems these measures stop fraud and ensure confidence in purchases on eBay. The program works to protect both buyer and seller, helps new sellers who want to sell authentic cards with little feedback. That's a fair point. While squashing scammers who open new accounts to quickly sell fake cards, because there's a middleman, it also protects the buyer from receiving rocks and the seller from dealing with claims that they sent rocks. Okay, so eBay has also announced they plan to do this for cards worth over 250 US dollars by mid 2022. So that's only what, 4 or 5 months out. So that's not long, and that is quite a drop in value. That's another thing we'll come back to. Currently, eBay says it will cover the cost of the authentication process for a limited time. It's unclear who will pay the service in the future, what fees are involved. It's also unclear if eBay's partners will be able to keep up with the demand. This is a very big thing here. Probably the biggest problem, which has got a lot of branches to it. It is reasonable to assume most people who purchase Pokemon cards for over $750 know how to detect red flags in a listing. This service seems more useful to sports, where there's many more cards selling at that price point. I won't even pretend to know about that. However, if eBay provides a service for cheaper cards in the future, such as for a small fee, it could become much more useful to Pokemon buyers. Right now, it seems that they're testing the waters, but will eventually ramp the service up. eBay also provided statistics about TCG growth, blah, blah, blah. But this sort of shows the place they're in. eBay's trading cards category is growing significantly faster than the entire marketplace. First half 2021 hit $2 billion, equal to all of 2020. I mean, I don't think that this stuff's so much of a surprise to us all. We know the boom that's happened. To date, close to 4 million cards purchased on and off eBay have been added to customer collections. That's a very high number. In addition, close to 250,000 buyers have used the price guide tool in search. In 2020, sports trading card was purchased every second, and then there we see growth of Pokemon, 536%. That's a lot. So I'm just going to hit back on the points that I said we would revisit on here. Now, these are sort of going to overlap a little bit, but say CGC are going to be the only ones to do this at the minute. Now, that might just be because they're the only ones with capacity, as I mentioned before. So they've got the deal with eBay, but this is so much business. I'd be surprised if PSA, once they're sorted out, don't want to slice. Maybe Beckett too, maybe CGC. It's going to be a CGC only thing, but that's going to take up a hell of a lot of their capacity. So if you've graded with CGC and you're in the UK recently and got some cards back, please let me know in the comments how long it took. I've been having a quick look, and a couple of months ago it was about 6 months, and that was from people in the States. So I know they do comic books and stuff as well. But what I would like to know is, unless they have got massive staff and this has been in the pipeline for a while, which is totally possible, I doubt this thing's, crept up overnight. Cards will arrive to buyers 7 to 10 days after the purchase is made. So who are they telling? Who's telling you that this card's authentic? Because as we've just seen, 4 million cards. Now, that's a hell of a lot of cards to get through. And they're going to do that 7 to 10 days, with how many are going to be coming in and out, in and out, in and out. And where does that leave you grading? Is it going to push your grading back? If you paid for grading, is a grader not going to authenticate the card? Are they just going to give it to someone and go, oh yeah, it's authentic, check a box? Yeah. I can't see, with the state the grading industry is in right now, that this is going to be kept to for any length of time, because they're all hammered. PSA, BGS closed, everyone went to CGC. And if you're in the UK, I mean, there's no chance of that. I mean, you still can't go to PSA. Beckett are open through Black Label grading, but what is it? The Ruby level, which is £52 a card, and you're looking at 4 to 6 months. Say PSA is still closed, you can go to CGC. That's still taking a while. Yeah, so is this, I suppose my point is this just going to knock everything back even more than it is? They're all way behind, and now they're adding eBay onto it. Good luck. Now, $250, that's quite a drop. A $750 card, they're not getting sold all the time, are they? It's not a constant thing. But that is much easier to hit, which means it's going to increase the amount of cards that are going to them even more. At $750, maybe not that much. Maybe a lot of them are already graded. If you're selling a card that's close to $1,000 USD, Maybe it's already graded, and then you don't have to bother if it's not. But close to 250, there's going to be a lot more that aren't, so they're going to need sending in. And that brings us nicely onto this. Currently, eBay says it will cover the cost of the authentication process for a limited time. Who will pay for it in the future? Is it going to be the buyer? So that's extra. Probably not. I imagine the seller. Or is it going to be like postage? So you've got to add that extra on. Is it going to deter people from doing that? If it's the seller, depending on how much it's going to be, surely you may as well just get it graded, because it's probably going to up the value of your card, especially going with one of the big boys. And if you're going to have to pay, I don't know, maybe, I mean, it's just pure speculation at the moment, but say half the cost of grading the card, if you just get it graded and wait, you're going to make more money. I'd do that personally. You know what I mean? These are just things that are sort of stumbling blocks with the idea. So yeah, and if they can keep up with the demand, and say we mentioned that before, it's going to be difficult. I mean, a CGC just going to put a lot of their eggs into the eBay basket. I'm sure it's worth a lot of money to them. But if they start struggling for grades, then to get gradings through, it's going to hit them like it's, PSA have had a lot of bad press for that. Obviously, they had to do what they had to do, but it really didn't help. Now, that's a bit of a US sort of standpoint as well, but mainly for the UK. My main issue is people who want to grade with the US companies. Surely this is, I mean, it's nearly impossible. As I mentioned before, PSA still closed. BGS, you got to pay £52 per submission. CGC, you're waiting a long time, and it's quite pricey as well compared to the UK companies. I know the UK companies aren't at the level of those three, but if the big three, or say PSA in time, made it, even just CGC, you can't get into the others. So what do you do if you're in the UK? Because this is going to add on to their backlog. And a UK, and it's not just about the UK, Europe, wherever else in the world, are we just going to become an afterthought when it comes to graded cards? And, so they'll do US grading, eBay, everyone else. There's going to have to be some sort of priority. They don't have endless amounts of staff. And this is such a big undertaking. And not only that, this is going to spread outside of America. It's launching in the States, but surely it's only a matter of time before eBay in the UK do it, eBay in Europe do it. And then what's going to happen? PSA, they can't handle the world. CGC can't handle the world. No one grading company can handle the world over. And who's going to pay the fees to get your card authenticated by CGC over in America? So you're in the UK, you send it to America, they send it back, and then it gets sent to someone else in the UK who's bought your card. Not going to happen. So they're going to need someone else who is in the UK. I mean, I imagine Ace and Randolph are probably all over this. But then where does that leave them? They keep closing their bulk submissions down because they get full up so quick. Granted, they are new. I mentioned that in my previous video about the new grading company, PCA, that's open. But they're going to need someone in the UK as well. And right now, you'd say that's probably going to be Ace. Of course, they've got the graded gem connection for, used to be with PSA, the middleman. So, are you going to really struggle to get your cards graded by Ace in time if they take on all of eBay UK's card authentication service? It's crazy. I mean, hopefully, the people who run these businesses know far better than me, and they've already thought about this. But if the past couple of years and the boom has taught us anything, is that they don't think ahead. They just take and take and take until they can't take any more, and then shit themselves and then close down. So this could be a serious problem. If especially, like I say, I know at the minute, I might be going down a rabbit hole, but at 750, not too bad. 250, but as this article alludes to, if it goes to small cards, I mean, why would you authenticate like a 10 quid card? Surely there's going to be a cutoff. But say that drops in time to 100 USD or 100 GBP, it's going to swamp. It's going to swamp these companies. Absolutely swamp them if you have to do it. and maybe eBay's listings will drop like, you know, a lead balloon. Who knows? Who knows? But one thing it does say is maybe you should just go and get your cards graded. If you're going to sell them on eBay, just get them graded. And not a lot of people are going to like that. You know, plenty of people don't like graded cards. Is what it is. But this isn't. This has got a lot more to it than what I've seen, you know, on the surface, and people have just sort of brushed it off. In time, this could change how we buy and sell cards with each other completely. Yeah, interesting times. Obviously, we will see. Time will tell. I just thought, yeah, I've had these things rumbling around in my head since last night, and I just wanted to sort of put words to them. Tell me what you think, if you agree, if you think I'm totally wrong, or if you've got similar concerns, down in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.